Sometimes the hardest part about studying is not the studying itself. It's sitting there, staring at your books, knowing exactly what you should do, and still not doing it. And honestly, I think almost everyone has experienced this at some point. That feeling where your goals matter to you, your future matters to you, you want to succeed, but your body feels heavy, your mind feels heavy and tired, and suddenly even opening your laptop feels exhausting. So you tell yourself, I'll start tomorrow. But then tomorrow comes and the same thing happens again. And slowly, you start feeling guilty for wasting time, while also feeling too overwhelmed to start. And this is where many people misunderstand motivation. Because motivation is not something magical that suddenly appears one morning while inspirational music plays in the background. No, motivation is unstable. Some days you feel powerful, and some days you feel empty. Some days you feel ready to change your life, and some days you can barely focus for 10 minutes. And if your entire future depends on how motivated you feel every day, you will struggle for a very long time. Because the truth is, discipline begins exactly where motivation disappears. And I learned this in a very personal way, the hard way. There were moments in my life where I had absolutely no motivation to study, no energy, no inspiration, no perfect mindset. But I still had responsibilities, I still had dreams, and I realized something that changed me forever. Nobody was going to build my future for me. Nobody was coming to save me. And that realization is uncomfortable, I'm telling you, but it's also powerful. And I think many students are secretly waiting to feel ready before they start. But readiness is often created after action, not before it. I know that the first 10 minutes are usually the hardest because your brain wants to be comfortable and is constantly fighting discomfort. Your brain wants dopamine, entertainment, comfort, quick rewards. Studying feels slow in comparison to that. Quiet, repetitive, sometimes even boring. But what most people don't realize is this. Boring things repeated consistently are what completely change a person's life. Every time you study when you don't feel like it, you're building mental strength. You're teaching your brain, my emotions do not control my actions. And that changes you little by little. At first, discipline feels painful, then it becomes manageable, then it becomes normal, and one day, something shifts inside you. You stop asking, do I feel motivated today? And instead you ask, what needs to be done today? And honestly, that mindset changes everything. Because successful people are not people who always feel motivated. No, they are people who kept going while tired, while distracted, while doubting themselves, while feeling behind. And that consistency quietly builds confidence. Not fake confidence, no, real confidence. The kind that comes from proving to yourself over and over again, I can rely on myself. And I know it's difficult sometimes, especially when your environment is noisy, when your mental health feels heavy, when progress feels invisible, when you compare yourself to everyone online. But progress is often invisible in the beginning. Sometimes you are improving silently, and you only realize it later when things that once felt impossible suddenly feel normal. So if you're listening to this right now and you don't feel motivated to study, I don't want you to wait for motivation. I want you to start anyway, even for 10 minutes, even imperfectly, even tired. Because the moment you act without motivation is the moment you stop being controlled by your emotions. And honestly, that's where real change begins. Thank you for listening to Conversations with Dr. Ima.